Okay, 9 o'clock in the kingdom. It's still dark, but it is January 10th. So that means that the days are going to get longer for us, okay? So the sun will start coming back and everything. And then we still got the whole month of January to survive because it's boring. It's going to be cold and dark and boring. And nobody's partying. Nobody's having any fun times. Plus, there's no money, eh? Okay. On the Oh, it's minus 12 Celsius, but feels like minus 16 Celsius. And I'm standing under the street light here, like one of those ladies of the evening looking for a ride home. Okay, so that's 10 Fahrenheit, but feels like 3 Fahrenheit. Unreal. I'll never figure out the yo-yo scale, but I'm learning. I'm an old guy and I'm learning. Okay, as a disclaimer, okay, the mini hoe doesn't have a thumb. Yes, I bought one in 2017. I paid with it with my credit card. I think it was $2,600 or $3,200 with taxes and everything. And 2 years later, I never received it, and the company still doesn't return my phone calls. So 5 years later or 6 years later, I doubt this thumb's gonna come. And then a friend of mine in Fort McMurray, that's over there to the west. Okay, he went to the dealership there after hours and took all the measurements of a thumb so I could build one. It's simple. Hydraulic cylinder, some steel, we could whip one up. And then I got thinking, we don't use the little mini hoe as a hoe or as a backhoe. We use it as a crane and a snow shovel. So having a thumb on it would be pointless because if we're lifting something, we could be, increasing more weight, so it'd be harder to lift. Like sometimes we have to take the bucket off. So if we're lifting something in and out of these cats, like when we do steering clutches and stuff like that, okay? So we really don't use it like a machine. So if we have to use the machine to gather up firewood or move some rocks like 1 or 2 times a year, we can handle that, okay? So yeah, it would be nice to have a thumb, but the thing is I bought one and it never came. So I was experiencing the new world 6 years ago, where you buy something, it never comes, and then when you phone and phone and phone, they don't return your calls, and then they say, well, hell with it. So they probably used my money, went to Vegas, and invested it, and made more money for the company. That's probably what happened, right? Okay, but that was back in the days when I was a big time contractor and had a credit card and was working and thinking I was making money. No, I wasn't. I was losing my shirt because everything was going wrong. Nobody was paying. I was busting my tushy for nothing. And what for? What for? I make more money standing out here holding a stick and then writing books during the COVID lockdown, which are on Amazon. People are buying my books and downloading them and everything is going smooth. I tried that for 20 some years, having the book printed and mailing it out of Whoville here. It was just dramatic. And then when the COVID lockdowns hit, the Canada Post said I couldn't mail my books outside of North America because of COVID. So they denied me access to the world. So I'm so glad that Amazon accepted my books and they print them in the countries where they are so the people buying the books get cheaper freight or whatever postage, right? So I say COVID was the best thing that ever happened to me. Being locked down, and I was able to write books and reevaluate my life that, my God, I wasn't making money. All I was doing was running around in a circle as if my foot was nailed down. So I got smart, okay? Plus I got an attitude. I have the "fick you" attitude now. Unless you want to talk to me and pay your bills, then we'll talk. But we're not doing anything till I see some money, okay? Also, too, all right, yesterday I talked about diet peanut butter because I had the burps, okay? My new funny gloves are very slippery. Okay, there. The staff got me some diet peanut butter, okay? That should keep the burps away, okay? So people are saying, this guy's nuts. He's standing here with sunglasses in the dark talking to a stick. He thinks he's the Blues Brothers from 1980. Okay? No, I am correct. People go to the doctor when they're sick and they think they're getting a prescription. Okay, I grew up, we went to the doctor all the time, all right? The doctor took time and listened to you and how you had a boo-boo and you needed some medication. Now the doctors are so busy, it's unreal, okay? So these poor doctors are working and working and working. They don't really have time and to care about you. So just give you a prescription and make sure it has a refill and send you out the door. Well, we don't go for prescriptions or anything like that because that's a form of chemicals going in your body, right? It's no different than peanut butter. So now that I wrote diet peanut butter on the peanut butter, my little brain is thinking it's diet, okay? So we're good to go, all right? Oh, the camera kind of went to that low battery thing again. Oh, got a cough coming on. All right, so let's see what we did yesterday. Pull it forward. Hit the low battery thing. That was fully charged. Oh, you can see my nose hairs. You know, I need a good flashback in the wood stove. That trims up my eyebrows, my nose hairs, and everything. And it's painless, okay, compared to sitting there with the pluckers. Okay, back to the doctors and stuff. So people, like when my dad died, he had prescriptions and drugs and everything. He had a little container to keep it sorted. All right. He looked like when he was taking his medications at lunchtime, he looked like he was eating a box of M&Ms or Smarties. It was all colorful in the tray. I wouldn't know because I'm colorblind. So that's my dad. Okay, and then he died. You know, I don't know why. You know, too much drugs, I think. Whereas we stay away from the doctor and we don't go there. I broke both my feet. On the second time I broke it, I went to see the doctor to get an x-ray. And then he wanted to give me a prescription. I said, no, I just came here for an x-ray to see how bad it was broken. Me and vodka fixed both my broken feet. Yes, vodka was my pain medication, okay? So that's how I survived. We don't go to the doctor. And the staff is very lucky too. She doesn't go there. Her file folder, and she was born there, it's very thin, like it's like this thin. And she doesn't have that lady plumbing problems, so she's good to go. So she doesn't go to the hospital or the doctor or anything. She's tough. Okay, all right, I better get going. The sun's coming up, maybe. I'll scroll this way because the battery is dying, all right? I think they want me to buy a new iPod or an iPad or something or an iPhone or something because this is unreal because I'm having more battery troubles than ever. Oh, well, I better go. Okay, the staff showed up this morning. I mean my director, Steven Spielberg. Okay, back on Christmas Eve, we acquired a little puppy dog here, which we've named Eve. Oh, okay, over there. All right. She's a little puppy. She's a rescue puppy. So we've kept it a secret for a couple weeks now because we have to make sure the dog is healthy and will be a survivor. And it appears that the little puppy is a survivor, so she'll be part of the kingdom. So now we're up to 8 dogs, 8 guard dogs. This is hard to film, okay? But we're quite pleased to have a new dog in the fleet or in the group because the older dogs are getting older. And we do not train these dogs. They are taught by the older dogs. So we only teach them certain words because that's all they need to know. All right, so I better get going here. The boss is coming and we can't have this playtime. Okay, that went pretty good. We got some pallets to go in the wood stove. We got 2 totes of kindling, and we got the little wagon full. So the first time you doing the wagon trick here or whatever, it needs improvements. It's too high. So we got to put the barrel rack or the trailer frame or the bus frame or whatever on its own set of wheels to get it lower. But first time doing it, it worked out pretty good. Plus we're digging in to the pile at the wrong angle because everything came up and was dumped. So we're actually trying to dig the pallets and the core boxes out at 90 degrees to where they were dropped. So we're going to have to regroup that, maybe get the cat down here and make it so we're pulling straight or whatever. Okay, it's coffee time. Time to go have a coffee. I worked hard. That's a lot of work at my age. Okay, we're done for the day. Sir Rodney sent us up a care package and the staff's birthday stuff. So I'll include a picture on the end screen here of the stuff that Sir Rodney sent from the south. So he also sent us some nice treats too. I like the packages, the M&Ms. Eat the red ones last, I guess, okay? All right, so I'm parking like a southerner with the book burb and the windshield wipers off the windshield so they don't freeze because it's actually been pretty warm. We have the green toy plugged in right here. I don't know if we can see it. I cleaned it off because tomorrow we got to move that wood wagon up here, so it's going in beside the shop. Okay, enough of this playtime being wood boy or piss boy or whatever you want to call it. Now we get this wood in place and then we can do some manly stuff around the yard. All right, we'll talk to you later.